Bam. Yeah, what's up guys? Not Super Mario and Matits, of course, are back today on Friday. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 5 is upon us. I know you like that word. And we are here to talk about it. Spoilers heavy, of course. But let's first start with how's it going, Matits? Yeah, yes.
I'm tired.
You're tired, yeah. I'm tired as well.
It's fine.
It's fine. Of course, welcome everybody in the chat. If you want to say hi, say hi. If you don't want to say hi, say bye. I don't know. But yeah, anybody who has anything to say, you're welcome to say whatever you want. Of course, considering that we are talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So any theories or questions or things that we missed and we should talk about, let us know. But nevertheless, I think it's the best way to start to talk about our overall thoughts. So Matits, what were your overall thoughts on episode 5?
It's good. I liked it. It was very...
It's good.
Well, did you just have deja vu?
Yeah, I just had.
I thought it surprised me because it went down the paths I didn't expect. It felt like a finale episode. I was thinking, it felt like the first 45 minutes were the finale of the season, and then the last 15 minutes was like the start of the new season. It felt like that to me. A lot of storylines wrapped up.
Yeah.
And some major ones left to be explored a little more in the next episode.
Final episode, yeah.
Yeah, but overall, I thought some stuff, especially with Sam and Isaiah, I thought that was very well made. And also just furthering this relationship between Sam and Bucky, I thought was great.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think that this episode was really good. Would I say is the best one so far? I don't know. I think the previous one was the best one. But everything else, I mean, the stories or some of the arcs are kind of concluded or went like forward and moved forward. Some of them are still like up in the air and don't really know where are they going, to be completely honest. And some of them I just feel they're not going to be answered. And I feel that there's been a lot of rumors coming out that there is a huge plot that has been cut out because of the similarities of COVID-19. And that's why sometimes, at least we noticed, that sometimes the series is very choppy. Especially with everything that is happening with Flag Smashers. It kind of feels rushed and unnecessary and kind of all over the place.
Very bland.
Very bland, and it also feels like, oh, now we have this huge emotional moment with, let's say, Sam and Bucky. Oh, yeah, they are in Estonia or wherever they are, and they say 2 words and that's it. So you're kind of like, what was the point of that thingy? But nevertheless, I think overall the episode was really, really good, especially like really emotional at times. But there were some things that weren't the best, I would say. But we're gonna talk about that later. But now, the chat is pretty active. Let's see. NDW Mad Dog. Whoa, what a name. I didn't like it really. The cameo was shit. We're gonna talk about the cameo. The closure with Isaiah was good. Yeah. Hello, you all. Loved the episode, and I hope the series will get a season 2. And the pacing was whack. Yeah, we talked about pacing a lot on the streams. It's problematic. It's probably the biggest problem of the show, I would say. And maybe that's the reason why. I mean, maybe the reason behind bad pacing is the reshoots and all the cutting around that plot that at the end wasn't allowed to be in the show, which is unfortunate. At the same time, I kind of understand why Disney did it, but on the other hand, I wish they would let it in and it would make a better show. But we still have one more episode. But let's dive deep into this episode. The opening, we can both say, was incredible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
loved
mean,
it.
the action sequence between Bucky and Falcon and John Walker, I think it was spectacular, very heavy on emotions. I mean, the shot where John Walker is leaning on the shield and
Hmm.
like remembering Lamar, Battlestar, I think it was very powerful and very well done. But and like the action and everything about that scene, I think, in my opinion, besides Sam's and Isaiah's like uh, part, was the best part of this episode.
Hmm.
What did you think about it?
Oh yeah, I thought that the opening I didn't expect it to pick up right away. I expected it to be kind of like, uh, I was kind of expecting that he will be in court, at the beginning of the episode, like he turned himself in or whatever, or he went back, thinking he didn't do anything wrong. I didn't expect him to be on the run, and just that fight was I thought was incredible.
Yeah.
Brutal, and like with the wings and everything, and
Oh
just the
yeah.
brutal, just some brutal punches, and then the gravity of how they had to break Walker's arm. I thought was very like it. It was. I felt it. I thought it was brutal, and then when they tag teamed him,
Oh yeah, yeah. That was
from
like
each
very
side, that
WWE style. I was like,
yeah,
yeah, fuck yeah, that was awesome.
that was rough. But yeah, I thought that ending was ending. That fight was very well
And
choreographed.
also the emotional payoff of the fight. I mean, kind of like John Walker going really crazy and just completely losing it, then losing the shield, but also like Bucky's and Sam's, just like the way they looked at each other, understanding that giving away the shield really wasn't the best thing to do. And
Yeah,
now like the legacy is damaged with having all that blood on the shield and Sam getting that and Bucky just walking away. Like it was brutal, but so heavy on emotions that it really really worked well,
I
I would say.
thought it was heartbreaking when Sam was trying to wipe off the blood. And also, did you notice? It's something that I mentioned during my reaction, but then I didn't have the sound, so there's that. When they tried to take his shield, did you have flashbacks to Infinity War when they tried to take the glove
Oh
of
yeah, yeah,
Thanos'
yeah,
arm?
yeah.
That I thought that was very good parallel with that, and I felt it like John Walker did not want to give away that shield.
Yeah, I mean, he says it during the fight that he is Captain
Oh
America.
yeah, yeah.
And that was, and I was like, no, you're not, because you're not understanding what you just did. You think that the action that the thing that you've done at the end of the previous episode is justified. It's
Hmm.
not, because the real Captain America would find another way to deal with that. Yes, of course, it would be. I mean, imagine if Steve Rogers was in the same situation as John Walker was in the previous episode. He would find another way to deal with that, not
Hmm.
just straight up killing it in front of everybody, because that's not the way. But I mean, you have to give props to Wyatt Russell. I mean, he's really selling this army guy who was like in Afghanistan and dealing with so much things, getting these medals that he thinks he didn't kind of earn,
Hmm.
and then giving the opportunity to be the next Cap, but because of his like the way he is filled with this ego and emotions and everything, that he's just not the right fit for Captain America. I think that
Hmm.
he's really phenomenal in this show. And if there's one thing that works about this show, I think is that this three this trio of
Yeah.
Falcon, Winter Soldier, and the new Cap. I think that is really the best thing about this show, I would say.
And I don't think that the government realized about him being enhanced. I don't think they know that he took the super serum.
And also during that fight, we finally like, yes, we saw it in the previous episode how powerful he got, but in this fight, like, I mean, throwing
Yeah,
Bucky all over the place, and it actually took both of them to get him like down, and
yeah.
it was really powerful. So the opening scene was really, really incredible. Andy W. Maddox says, I love John Walker's character. He kills it, and I think he's perfect for his own role. Yeah, the fight was good. I think in that moment, Falcon was done being who he was and wanted to become more of what he wanted to be. And I feel bad for John, though. Him saying to the government he's done everything for them and how he lost Battlestar made me feel bad. Like, yeah, I mean, you understand what he went through and what he's going through,
Yeah.
but what he did is still wrong.
Yeah, yeah. But you understand where he's coming from,
Yeah,
man.
true that. Um, MDW Maddox says, I heard the hammer in the post-credit scene, and I was like, oh shit. We're gonna talk about post-credit scene really soon. But yeah, moving on, I mean, the next pretty much scene is John Walker going to, not court-martial, but in front of the government people, because the thing that he did was wrong, and he's not Cap anymore. And we got a really powerful scene there, like saying, like MDW Maddox says in the chat, that he did everything for them and they made him what he is now. And it was really powerful, really emotional. And I honestly thought in the previous episode that there's a possibility that the government is gonna be like, yeah, you know what? No, yeah, sure, yeah, he killed that guy, but we still need Cap. So they went in
Yeah,
different direction.
the main problem that they had was that it was on video.
Yeah, I think
That was
that
the
if
only
it
thing.
wasn't so public, the
Yeah,
government would be like, I mean, the next scene where we're gonna talk about the big cameo. I mean,
yeah,
she blatantly said if it wasn't so public, they are okay with what you did, but the problem is that it was so public, and that's why
yeah.
they had to remove you as being Captain America. So yeah, let's talk about the cameo, the big cameo.
Eh,
Julia Louis Dreyfus, aka I googled it. What she is playing? Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine,
yeah.
who apparently is Madame Hydra, who in the comics is the character who creates the Red Room. And I heard and read a lot of articles today that she wasn't in this show in the first place. But
Oh,
when the schedule like mixed up and this was coming before Black Widow, they shot this scene because she's gonna appear in Black Widow.
oh, okay.
So I don't know if that's true, but I read a couple of articles.
But interesting because either way, like interesting how they added it here.
But yeah, what did you think about Julia Louis Dreyfus now in the MCU?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's cool. I thought as soon as we saw the shot of the heels, and I was like, okay, here we go. It's the cameo, and then slow reveal, and I was like, I mean, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean, at least it wasn't like we got here what it was said to us that we will get. It wasn't like the engineer
Yeah,
or the big
we got
cameo
it. Yeah.
in WandaVision. Here it was kind of like, yeah, I mean that goes with everything they said about the cameo. So yeah, I thought it was like, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting and nice. I would say she is playing this character that I don't have any knowledge about. I just Googled it, who she playing.
Yeah.
It's very quirky and interesting, I would say. I want to see more of this character. What's her bigger role in this world? I mean, she says now, you just answer my phone call. And she talks about a little about the shield, that it's not actually the property of government, which is completely logical. I mean, Tony Stark's dad made that shield,
Howard, yeah.
Howard Stark. So I don't know, and he didn't work for the government. I mean, he kind of worked on its own, kind of
Yeah.
helping, whatever. So it's what, Starks? I don't know
Yeah.
whose shield is.
Yeah. I mean, in Civil War, Tony is saying that shield doesn't belong to you. My father made that
Yeah.
shield, so I don't know.
But yeah, if she is like Madame Hydra, the creator of Red Room, I'm sure we're gonna see her in the Black Widow movie, because Red Room is where Natasha Romanoff was kind of like born, let's say, or made into what she is. So I'm sure we're gonna see that. But yeah, it was interesting. I didn't expect, like, people. Whenever you say a cameo to
Yeah,
Marvel fans, people go crazy, and
yeah, of
we,
course.
we
Yeah,
were
it's gonna be.
speculating because somebody said a blonde winning actress, and we were like, what if it's Goldie Hawn,
Yeah,
who is
because of the
actually,
connection. Yeah.
who is actually Wyatt Russell's mom.
No,
So,
Kate Hudson's mom.
oh, Kate Hudson's as well, yeah, but Wyatt Russell's mom. So
Yeah.
we were speculating maybe she can be the cameo, but then Julia Louis-Dreyfus came. She's not blonde. She never was blonde.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a
don't know where
blonde
that came
actress.
from.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice. I honestly didn't expect anything like big or huge, so I wasn't disappointed that it was Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. And if we see her more, it's gonna be nice. I think she's a great actress.
And also, you know what? Yeah, I get. Yeah, you need to make that public so you have as many eyes on this episode as possible. But like, why say that there is a cameo? Why can't you just
I
let it
mean,
be a surprise? I hate this modern
I think
movie
that
making and
they didn't want to say it's a cameo, but I think it got leaked, not the footage, but somebody said that there's something huge or
yeah,
big.
it was the screenwriter.
Oh yeah, no. It was somebody like else was saying that it could be potentially, and I think that the writer just said blatantly
Oh,
that there
okay.
is a cameo, I think, coming out. That there's some big things in episode 5. And I think that Julia Louis-Dreyfus wasn't that big of a deal at the end. I think
Yeah,
there were
that's right.
other things that were more important and more powerful in this episode. So I honestly, I mean, because we do follow Marvel things and all of this, we won't forget about it. But I think a lot of people are gonna be like, in Black Widow, if she appears, oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, oh yeah, good, great. I mean, it was the same reaction that I had today. Oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing special. Do you think there was something on the business card John got? I mean, John says there's nothing on it. So,
Yeah, maybe under the black light or something. I
yeah,
don't know.
maybe there's something. Maybe she was just trying to distract his wife.
It's just a cool movie thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, hand a card and it's nothing on it. I
That's
don't think that
movie
will do it.
cliche, pretty much.
Yeah,
But
a movie cliche that we would definitely use
oh yeah, for sure,
because it's
for sure,
badass.
for sure. But yeah, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is great. She's in the MCU now. If we see her in Black Widow, I'm gonna be oh, she was there, but wasn't crazy about the cameo, I would say. But moving on to the more important and probably, in my opinion, the best parts of this episode, I would say Isaiah Bradley was back,
Yeah.
and I think that this was probably one of the best moments of this show so far.
Definitely.
Sam and Isaiah talking about what Isaiah went through, how America will never let a black person be Captain America, and I think that, and then also the payoff when Bucky is talking to Sam, that Bucky and Steve didn't even realize what that means for Sam to give him the shield and what would that mean for the world. I think it was so well done, so well scripted, very powerful, very emotional. Unfortunately, they were talking about things that are still happening today. I don't know how and why are we still talking about the differences in race and all those things. It's just dumb, but unfortunately is the reality we live in. and I think the way they tackled it here, it was so good. I was really, really like also surprised that Disney and Marvel decided to do something like that. But when I saw it and when it was done so well, I was like, just wow, great job.
Yeah, very well written. Yeah, and you can see on Anthony Mackie played it so well because you can see the weight of Isaiah's words
Yeah,
on that, how much weight they had on Sam, and I thought it was executed perfectly.
perfectly. And when like the line when well, Captain America does in First Avenger, when they are doing this like illegal mission. I mean, Captain America wasn't sent to prison. Isaiah Bradley was sent to prison, which is, I mean, like you said, really well written, and like you said, Anthony Mackie did an amazing job playing that. And also, I always forget the name of the actor who plays Isaiah
Oh
Bradley.
yeah, I don't know.
He does an amazing job, and I would like to see him in the costume. I mean, in the last episode,
Yeah.
I think it would be so powerful and emotional for what the character went through, and I think that seeing that a black person can be Captain America, can be the idol, the icon, and the representation of what America and the world is. I think it would be very powerful to see Isaiah Bradley in the costume, and I would like to see that. I honestly would like to see that in the last episode. Do you think Falcon will break John's shield? That I don't think so. I think now he has the shield, so I don't see the reason why. Or the new.
I think he means
the new.
the
Yeah,
one that he
probably,
makes.
probably.
Yeah, I hope that isn't just a setup for something else. I hope that he does show up in the finale.
Oh yeah.
John.
I think that John is gonna go after Carly, and everybody's gonna be in New York. And
Yeah, I thought it was pretty obvious that John will because of the what he was talking with Lamar's family, that he will go after the real killer.
yeah. So that was the most powerful scene sequence, however you want to say it, probably of this show. And I don't think we're gonna get like such an emotional character development in this show anymore. It was really well done. So good job, Disney. Good job, Marvel. You did it. You really did it. What is else there to talk? Well, now we're gonna talk about the things. Oh, I wanted to say that we're gonna talk about the things that didn't really work, but there's one more thing that did work. Zemo is no more. Zemo has said bye-bye, and he's going to the raft, to that prison underwater in the middle of ocean. Kind of. Did they waste Zemo?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I definitely wanted Zemo to have a little more connection with the bigger plot of this entire show.
Yeah.
But it just felt like he was just a side piece that it was kind of, how they were portraying Zemo here. I wasn't the biggest fan, and I'm assuming same goes for you, because we were such big fans of him in Civil War. Even though they used him sparingly in that movie, I thought that he really worked there. I think that they could do it better here.
I mean, if he doesn't appear in the last episode and he has like this big, I don't know, reveal that he is something else, like a power broker or something.
There was closure here, because you can see from dialogue.
I think people are saying that now that he's going to the raft and there are other villains there, that this is like a setup for Thunderbolts, Thaddeus Ross's like Suicide Squad kind of. So that is potentially like we could see this development in the future movies, future TV shows for sure. Because if you don't kill, even if you kill a character in Marvel, you never know. They can come back. It's Marvel. It's multiverse, and everybody can be back. But if you give him this kind of like like send away, I don't know how you even say it. I don't know what word am I
Farewell.
Farewell. I mean it. I think they're gonna use him again somewhere. So I don't think that's the end of Zemo. But yeah, the Dora Milaje came and said now he's going to the raft. I like the moment where Zemo said to Bucky that I crossed my name in your
I like that.
in your book, so that we are now kind of even. And I think that when he was aiming at his head, I think that was very powerful. Like in one moment, I was like, "Is he gonna shoot him? Did Bucky like not learn anything?" So
Well, I knew it's not gonna happen because of the trailers.
yeah, I was like so in the moment that I completely forgot that we
Yeah.
need a bullet shot where bullets are dropped. But yeah, I think that Zemo in this show was kind of like a plot device to just go from one place to another. I mean, yes, his only goal in life is to not have super soldiers. He kind of did succeed by destroying all the vials except one.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they cannot extract the blood from, I don't know, John Walker and make more.
Yeah.
So who knows what's gonna happen there? But yeah, Thunderbolts, interesting idea. If that happens, Marvel's version of Suicide Squad, I wouldn't mind it. So far in the ref, there's nobody else except Baron Zemo now, and I think probably Abomination is there.
Yeah, but we were also speculating that in for Endgame, and that never happened.
Yeah, so I'm sure in that facility there are more villains that we haven't
Oh, yeah.
seen, or they're just gonna put them there because they're not dead. So, so to have like Thunderbolts in the future. But now let's talk about the things that didn't work, at least for me, and I think for you as well. What the fuck is going on with Agent 13? I honestly don't know what is going on. If there's anybody in the chat, let us know. If you understand what is going on and why is she doing things that she's doing and who is she talking to? Is she power broker? What the frick is going on? I don't understand it.
Yeah, and why did she send Batroc to Carly? Yeah, I think that was indication enough that she is power broker or not.
Yeah, but how?
I have no idea, man.
I mean,
I don't know.
and also, why? I mean,
And there was that weird shot when she was talking to Batroc, and then it was like a weird shot of the painting. What was that? Do you remember?
I mean, yeah, the painting was the painting that Falcon
Yeah.
was looking up for if it's real or fake.
Yeah, well, I know, but the shot was kind of like it indicated that it was significant to the story or for the moment. And I have no idea what that's all about.
I mean-
yeah, the storytelling is weird sometimes here in this show.
And also, you're giving me 2 lines in this episode with her. She's sending Batroc to Carly, and she says he's in Bolivia, like Batroc or something. I don't know, something about Bolivia. If she is power broker, I don't know if it makes any sense. I mean,
Well, yeah.
why would she all of a sudden? I do understand the government let you down. You weren't pardoned. You went into hiding, and you go to Madripoor, and then was she blipped?
I have no idea. They didn't say that. It does kind of undo some of the stuff, even though she wasn't a big character in Civil War. But like the point of Civil War was to stop Zemo from getting to other super soldiers. So why would
And yeah, why was she
now Sharon want to make more of that serum? Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's weird, and I don't think it makes any sense. I mean, she worked for Shield, then she worked for CIA. She did everything to help Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Okay, the government did you dirty. I completely understand that. Is she just like butthurt because she went to Peggy Carter and not to Sharon Carter?
Oh yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I honestly don't understand if it makes sense that if she is power broker, what is she doing? Why is she all of a sudden this drug villain murderer person all of a sudden? And yeah,
Yeah.
it was never confirmed or denied that she was blipped. And if she was blipped, then it doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, it also didn't say if Zemo was blipped or not.
Yeah, that's true as well. But I mean, I think the way they introduce Power Broker in this world, I think Power Broker existed before the blip. I mean, Madge Report didn't
No,
just all of a
yeah,
sudden.
but what Nagel said was that he was doing this, he got blipped, and then when he came back, like this project was abandoned, and then Broker came and kind of like hired him to continue to work. I think that was the explanation.
I mean, sure. I don't get it. I mean, I think that Agent 13 is in this show for absolutely no reason. Even if she is Power Broker, in my opinion, it doesn't make sense. I don't think that that the way Sharon was so far, that all of a sudden she would become this, I don't know, this mafia person who has so many underlings under her and going around the world and killing and smuggling and I don't think, and wanting to make super soldiers. Why?
Yeah.
Just why? Um, and yes, it could be misdirection when she's talking about Power Broker, like he is pissed. I mean, but still, I think that Agent 13 is one of those aspects of the show that doesn't work at all.
Yeah, but also like I don't want to really say too much about that because it's not like the show isn't over yet. So maybe something in the last episode can absolutely fix
True
this.
that, true that, yeah.
But I have some pretty big issues with just overall story of this show.
Yeah.
Like it's at some places it just feels like stuff is happening just for the sake of happening.
I mean, if let's say Agent 13 is Power Broker, why?
Yeah.
What? Who? How? Who cares? She is. I mean, so far in the show, she was on the screen probably less than 10 minutes. So,
Yeah.
and again, she helped Sam and Bucky twice or 3 times. And now she's sending Batroc to help Carly? So,
Yeah, I don't know. I really
she
don't know.
knows they're gonna be in the same place. So what, she's trying to get rid of Carly and I mean, you made a deal with Sam to pardon you. So why would you do? I mean, yeah. I like you said, there's another episode. Maybe it's gonna be cleared in the last episode, but I don't think so. I mean, she was in the show more time on the phone than talking to other people not on the phone.
Yeah, and it feels like also when we talk about the pacing, it just comes off so weird. It kind of feels like they didn't really have enough story to begin with. And they just started to put things in the middle of the show just to kind of like pack on the runtime. Doesn't it feel like that sometimes?
It does, and I think that's the case about those rumors that they had to remove the plot about the virus. I think what the plot was that Power Broker decided to release this virus during
to release the virus or to cure the virus
to
with
release
super
the
soldier?
virus.
Oh, okay.
To release the virus when he or she came back from the blip, if this person was blipped, because for some reason, because Dunya, this mom figure of Flag Smashers, died from tuberculosis. And the tuberculosis part in episode 3 was
Yeah.
so ADR'd, which means that it was done afterwards. And I think the virus was the thing that killed her. And they were also taking vaccines, like the scene on the trucks. Vaccines were on
Yeah.
those trucks.
Yeah, he mentioned them, but then they completely abandoned
Abandoned.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that this virus plot was a big thing and connected the Flag Smashers and Power Broker more than they are now, because now the only connection between those two are Power Broker is angry because Carly took all the super serum. That's the only connective tissue that they have.
Yeah, it would. Like when you were talking about purposely releasing the virus, it could also mean that, because what I heard about the abandoned storyline is that there was a virus outbreak,
Yeah,
and it could, that, like, if that would be in the show, it would make sense for Sharon's character to kind of be like, oh, the super soldier serum can help heal the virus.
true that.
Then that would make sense for her to create that
And
serum.
also, it would make sense why Carly Morgenthau would be interested if she was alive during the blip. Everything was okay. People were together, creating communities, and now all of a sudden they are outcast. And
Yeah.
that's why she was trying to get resources, vaccines, food, and all those things. But now they don't have, like, the only purpose now. They kind of got the purpose right now because they were just hyping this thing that they are gonna do, and now we know what it is. They're trying to stop the GRC vote to get rid of the immigrants and not send them back into their, like, home countries.
Yeah.
And
Do you think that's the same thing that they had, or is this part of the reconstructed story?
I think it's reconstructed.
Oh, but then they had to shoot a lot
I
new
mean,
stuff.
the thing was, they were shooting this immediately at the start of the pandemic in March, and they had to
Yeah.
completely stop for, I don't know, 5-6 months, something like that.
Yeah.
And then when they came back, the virus was so connected to like the China and all of those things, and then it was like, oh, whoa, we don't want to say things that people are gonna take the wrong way, and we don't. And it was so similar that they decided, let's reconstruct and make some ADR things and leave that out. Because, like we are saying, like now for 10 minutes already, Flag Smashers and Agent 13's role is just to pop in all of a sudden in the middle of something else. I don't know, Bucky and Sam are talking about life and important things. Oh, Agent 13's on the phone. She's gonna say 2 words and that's it.
Yeah, it definitely did feel like, yeah, especially in the previous episode when Asia 13 is like, yeah, I'm tracking Walker, he's there. It kind of felt like an added thing to just kind of get character from one place to another.
And also, whenever they are talking over the phone, when Sharon is talking, the majority of time she's not on the screen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, that's how you fix your story.
That's how you fix it.
We all did it. I did it a lot in my feature film.
Yeah, so yes, it is a way to fix it, but when you watch so many things like we do, you notice those things, and a lot of people did notice that that it's choppy. It is really choppy.
Yeah. The story. I think that there are some big issues with the story behind the scenes.
And I think that unfortunately pandemic did the thing and kind of ruined their plans and their stories. But even though it's choppy, it still works in like the main parts, which is Falcon, Sam, and the new Cap, which I think are the main focus of the show.
Yeah, but I don't you think that it could be the main focus, but it unfortunately isn't all the time.
True that, because it is
I
so
think
choppy.
it would be better. I think it would be better if that was the main focus with John Walker. but then there's only as much as you can do with that story, and I don't know. I mean, I've been very vocal about that since like episode 1 or 2. That I really don't give a shit about Flag Smashers. Like, I think that they are some of the worst villains in the MCU.
Yeah, and also talking about flag smashers, like we said, they went to GRC voting when the government is talking about like putting immigrants back into their
Pudding?
sending. What did I say? Putting, sending.
It sounded like you said pudding.
Yeah, sending immigrants away back to their home countries, and they appear there, and that's pretty much the last shot of the episode. Besides, of course, the post-credit scene that we're gonna talk about a bit later.
Yeah, I mean, the last shot was the setup of the new wings.
Oh yeah, true. Oh yeah, that's also true. Yeah, we have to talk about that. But yeah, let's talk about a little about flag smashers in this episode.
Do we have to?
I mean, yeah, we have to. They are
They
kind
didn't
of
do anything.
they are a big thing in this show, even though they don't have a lot of things to do at all.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, every time they cut to flag smashers, my interest is at the lowest. Unfortunately, I hate to admit that, but it's just I find them so uninteresting because, like, yeah, it that when Danya Madani died.
Yeah, Dunya Madania.
Yeah, that could have some weight to it, but it just happened, and we didn't know anything about her. We didn't know anything about the relationship between Carly and her, and you kind of need that if you want to have your main villains.
And I think that the virus was this big plot that would solve this. But in this episode, I mean, also they are just like, I mean, okay, Batroc wants Sam dead, sure.
Yeah.
I mean he's
I
back.
guess, some secondary villain will now come and be like,
And then they go to that GRC meeting. We end like their part there, like that. I don't know what is like prime minister, whatever he is. I don't know the guy who like.
Who took the shield away from Walker.
That thing. That thing, yeah. And then the last shot of the episode, besides the post-credit scene, is Sam opening the case from Wakanda, probably looking at his new suit. I don't think they're wings. I think
they are.
I don't think it is. I don't think he's gonna have wings.
Oh wow. That's brave.
I think he's gonna have, that suit from the posters, that white blue, like more white suit that he had in one of the posters. I don't think he's gonna have wings. He's gonna be like Captain America, and that means he's not gonna have wings.
No, but imagine flying Captain America.
Yeah, but because he left the wings to Lieutenant Torres.
Yeah, but Bucky said to Wakandans, I need a favor. And they brought him the case.
I don't know. I feel like he's not going to have wings.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's pretty obvious that we are setting up that he will be Captain America.
Yeah, I think through the montage and through the things that Bucky...
the montage, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
I like it a lot. But I think that through that, it kind of showed that he finally accepted that he is the right person for the role, and he wants to be this new role model, the icon, the idol, and like continue the legacy of Steve Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do hope, if he needs one more push, I think it's gonna be old Cap showing up and saying, do it.
Yeah, but do you remember when Sam said Steve is gone? Where is he gone?
I mean,
how is he gone? Like, what does that mean? Is he dead? Did he go back to his time, or
he's on the moon?
Like, yeah, he's literally
he's literally on the moon.
He's
gone. Like, I think it was more metaphorically, not like literally.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, he is old. Or the last time we see him, wasn't old because the last thing we see him with Peggy Carter. But
Yeah. But the chronologically,
chronologically,
the last time
time we see him,
he's old.
Old Papa.
Yeah.
So I think he's not gone like dead.
Yeah,
don't think so.
they are leaving that because I think that they are setting it up that he can still show up
Yeah,
in
I
some
think
future
that-
projects.
Yeah, that, and I think that we are gonna get Steve Rogers in the last episode. I think we're getting him in some capacity. If that means on a poster, sure.
I don't know,
sure.
man. It could. I mean, I would scream
Yeah, I think that
if he shows up.
if you wanna make fans, like casual fans and hardcore fans, go batshit crazy, you're gonna
Yeah.
have Chris Evans as old Cap, not as like normal Cap, old Cap.
No. Old. Have him as old.
Just
Cap, yeah.
imagine the scene between Isaiah Bradley, old Steve Rogers, and Sam Wilson. I mean,
Yeah.
give me that. Give me that. And you're gonna make this show from a right now 7 to maybe 7.5. But yeah,
I don't know. How long do you think the last episode will be?
I think this one was like, what, 50?
Hour. No, this was,
Oh,
was
it
an
was
hour.
an hour. I think that it's gonna be even longer. Or
Oh,
somewhere...
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, you think they're gonna go shorter?
I think it's gonna be shorter because so many things were wrapped up here in this one.
True that. But there's so much, like, things that could happen and would be awesome to see that.
I think it will have like half an hour of the action, and then it will be like 15-minute wrap up at the end.
I think what they're doing, and it's gonna happen, is at the end, well, in the last episode, Sam and Bucky go to this government facility wherever they are, and Sam is gonna try to convince Carly that she's doing things completely wrong. He's gonna try for the last time, and she's gonna be very indecisive, but at the end she's gonna be like, no, this is the way I do it, and there's no other ways. And then John Walker is gonna come, kill Carly. I think
You think Carly is a gunner?
Carly is a gunner. I hope she is. I hope she is.
Yeah, I cannot stand her.
I think that we really don't need any more Flag Smashers or Carly Morgenthau in the MCU. I really don't.
But I still think that they were kind of setting it up for her to be like, in the previous episode, that she can be reasoned with, and I am afraid that they're going to have her like. I think that Sam will let her go. I think that. I think he will. He will like catch up with her, and he'll have that Spider-Man 3 with Sandman. I forgive you.
I think Sam will let her go, but John Walker won't.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Do you think John Walker will survive?
John Walker will survive.
Oh, you think so?
John Walker is gonna have the same moment as Black Manta did in Aquaman.
He will fall down some rocks in Italy?
I think he's gonna be like very injured, close to death.
And then he will be found by Randall Park. You're saying that?
I mean,
Like the same as
he
Black
is
Manta.
in the MCU, so
And also in the DCU.
yeah. But I think it's gonna be something like that. I think Carly is gonna die. Carly is goner. Carly is a goner. You'll see. I hope.
I think it's the other. I think it's the other way around. I think that Walker is a gunner and Carly will live.
I think that John Walker is gonna end up in Raft next to Baron Zemo.
Oh wow! That sounds good.
And Baron Zemo is gonna be like, I hope, I really do hope that Flag Smashers are gone. That Power Broker is the person that is gonna continue like this, whatever this is, and not Carly. I don't want to see Carly.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Carly.
You see, like, but you see, it's such a mess from the story perspective.
True, true.
Anything can happen. Literally anything can happen.
I
here.
mean, the thing is, we had the fight between John Walker, Falcon, and Sam.
Yeah.
I think the only way that we are gonna have it again is that they're trying to protect Carly, and they're not gonna succeed at that.
Oh yeah, I think that some of the main fight there could happen. Yeah, I think that Sam and Walker will fight for Carly. You know, they will. John will try to get to her, and you know how it goes. And then Sam will have to fight him and everything.
And also in
It's
this,
gonna be like in Civil War,
Yeah.
with when Black Panther tried to get Bucky.
yeah. And I think maybe now that you just mentioned Civil War, I wouldn't be surprised if we have pretty much the same moment we had with Baron Zemo in Civil War and Black Panther stopping
Oh,
Baron Zemo. That Sam is gonna stop John Walker and John Walker is going in prison, but next to Baron Zemo, which
Yeah.
is problematic because John Walker, I think, is too big of a character in larger scheme of MCU to just get rid of him. If you need to get rid of somebody, Carly Morgenthau, we don't
Yeah.
need her anymore.
and also I don't need Batroc anymore. I hope.
Yeah, Batroc's
bites
dead.
it.
Batroc is gonna be dead.
Yeah,
Batroc.
but what do you like? Now it opens possibilities. You said that either Sam or Bucky can die, and I was like, no, that scene from the trailers is the last thing. We got that thing in this episode,
True that.
so now anything can happen to either of them because we didn't. Do you think we'll still have that Yori moment with?
I think we have
Bucky?
to. I mean, in this episode, like it's been mentioned that you have to help those people who like be there for them and make amends. And I think we're gonna get that Yori moment, and I'm gonna be so freaking
Yeah.
emotional.
But you don't think that they will kill Sam, huh? No, there's no
Nah.
way. There's no way. He will be Captain America because we closed up his story quite a bit in this one with the family and everything.
I mean,
But no, I don't think they'll do it.
I will say I am surprised how dark they went with the story in the show and also in WandaVision.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna go so far. They're gonna kill, even though I thought so. They're gonna kill a titular character.
Yeah.
So if Falcon and Winter Soldier are in the title, I don't think. And also, if Falcon finally accepted the role of Captain America and kind of like hinting towards Joaquin Torres being the next Falcon, if there's somebody who's gonna die, is Bucky.
But then we won't get the Yori scene.
Maybe he dies in Yori's hands.
Yeah, Yori is just randomly. At
No,
that
imagine. So the fight happens at the end. Carly is dead. John Walker is, I don't know, at the bottom of the ocean because he's gonna get the Aquaman treatment, Black Manta treatment, and Bucky is badly injured, and the only thing he wants to end is to make amends with the person he really.
Yeah, but there is a bunch of those people.
Yeah, but Yori. Yori is the Yori. Yori.
Yori is the MVP, man. We need Yori closure.
We need
It was
closure.
set up. Yeah, it was set up.
We
Yeah,
need
it's
closure.
obvious.
And also, because the setup with Isaiah Bradley, not like saying that I want to stay hidden, I want to be not known for what he did and what he went through. I feel that Isaiah Bradley is gonna have a big moment in the next episode, and it's not gonna end up well. I don't think we've seen the last of Isaiah Bradley.
No, I think we did.
I think his story has to be told, and that's why.
I don't know. You know, anything can happen.
True that. Mad Dog is asking, do you think Bucky will die? I mean,
No, 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 they won't die.
you say,
Neither of them will die.
okay, is somebody gonna die?
Yeah.
Who? But and not the Batroc. The Batroc is dead. We know he's gonna explode.
Yori. Yori.
Yori's gonna be so sad that he's gonna die.
Yeah, this is gonna. I don't, man. I don't know. I think Walker will die. I don't know.
Okay, then let me ask you that, because we have only one more episode, the finale, and we didn't even talk about the post-credit scene. I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, we did. Yeah,
he makes the shield. He makes the shield. That's
okay.
it.
He will fight. Yeah, punch. Then.
But we have one more episode, final episode. We're gonna get the post-credit scenes and all those things. What do you want to happen in the final episode?
What? What's that question? What the heck is that? What do I want? Just write the final episode right now. I don't know what.
Doctor Strange, Mephisto.
You know what? I wanted it to be good. I want to finish that episode and be like, that was the best episode of this show.
Okay.
That's what I want.
And me personally, I want some like emotional beats that are not connected to Carly Morgenthau. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, she is this.
There were already too many of those, man.
Yeah, I mean, she is this. Yeah, she's gonna change change her heart, her opinion. She's doing wrong, blah blah. I don't want to see that.
Yeah. I didn't say that. You tricked me into sounding like that. Shut the fuck up. Come on.
Somebody's really unhappy with Carly.
No, I just don't like her. I think that it's a very annoying character. It is.
I mean, I wouldn't say annoying, but unnecessary and really like doesn't have anything to do and doesn't add anything to the story. And I'm sad because of that, because I think that the pandemic did that. And we would get a better version of
Pandemic
Carly.
did a lot, huh?
What?
Pandemic did a lot, huh?
Yeah, not just that, a lot. But yeah. And also, of course, we're gonna get post-credit scenes, probably two. One is gonna hint the future of this more grounded world, I think. So I wouldn't be surprised that we get a post-credit scene with Baron Zemo and John Walker. Or something like that. And the other is gonna be Black Widow related, I think. It's not gonna be Loki related, because those two shows are gonna be so different that there's nothing there to connect, I think.
I don't think anymore.
You don't think anymore in general?
No, I'm done.
Yeah, you're done. Well, yeah, I think we said pretty much everything. Mad Dog says Sam will fuck up John. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, John destroyed his wings, so maybe he's gonna destroy his shield. So it's like eye for an eye, or something like that. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. We said pretty much everything and repeated ourselves multiple times. We are still excited for episode 6, the final episode. But when we are looking at the bigger picture of this show and how this show works as a whole, it is problematic. I still like it.
Every time we say that, I it's such a weird thing to say.
Yeah, but it is.
It's problematic. Like it's.
I mean, it has problems. I mean,
yeah, it has problems, but I mean, the word problematic. I think it's like, oh my god, it's damaging to the world.
Yeah, okay,
it sounds like that in my head.
Well, okay, then I will say it's
flawed.
It's flawed. Okay, it has flaws. You happy?
It has flaws.
It has flaws. And I do hope that the finale is the best episode. I think we need closure and things to happen. Maybe some bigger things for the characters that are being underused or just being misused, I will say. But nevertheless, we are excited. Next Friday, we are getting the final episode. Then I think until June, which I don't know, 11th? ninth,
11th, yeah.
11th.
Yeah.
No more Marvel content, which is the longest break.
Kind of refreshing. There is a lot of other content coming, so
True that,
we'll have
true that.
stuff to do.
True that. But yeah, thank you.
You need to acknowledge Mad Dog is saying that Bucky will die and then Old Cap will show up at the funeral.
Yeah, probably. But if that happens, it's gonna be like longer than an hour. I think we cannot cram all
You
of
know
those
how
things.
long funerals
No,
are?
but
It has
I
to be
mean,
longer than an hour.
there's gonna be so much stuff in this episode. If it is like all of these things that we were saying or the chat was saying, then it has to be a longer episode than we had today, because there's a lot of things to happen. But
it's gonna be 3. It's gonna be 3 hours.
Yeah. Matisse is grumpy already, so let's let's end it. But yeah, thank you, Matisse, for being here. Thank you, Chad.
No problem. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Chad, for interacting, saying your theories, telling us how dumb we are, or that our theories are wrong. But yeah, we are excited for the finale. Of course, we're gonna talk about it next Friday on the stream. Maybe we are gonna be happy about it, maybe not, who knows. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching, and we see you next Friday. Bye bye.